Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about subordinating conjunctions. On our previous video we discussed the three types of conjunctions: coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. Today's lesson will be on subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions are a part of speech used to join dependent clauses to independent clauses. Sentences with an independent clause and a dependent clause are called complex sentences. To learn more about the types of sentences and to learn more about complex sentences, watch our video on types of sentences. So, what are these clauses? What is an independent clause? What is a dependent clause? Let's first talk about independent clauses. They are also called as main clauses. An independent clause is a complete statement that can stand alone. For example, Julie brushed her teeth. It's a complete statement. It does not depend on anything, so it's the independent clause or the main clause. Next, I saw a strange man in ragged clothes. This is also a complete statement, so it's the main clause or the independent clause. So, what are dependent clauses? A dependent clause is also known as a subordinate clause. An easy way to remember this is that a subordinate clause always begins with a subordinating conjunction. We will be looking at them further in the video. A dependent clause, as the name suggests, is depending on another thing. So, what does it depend on? It depends on the main clause or the independent clause. So, this dependent clause carries informative value to the independent clause. Another important thing to remember is that this clause cannot stand alone, which means it always depends on the independent clause. It does not have a meaning on its own. The meaning will be created only when it's joined with the independent clause. For example, Julie brushed her teeth. As we discussed earlier, this statement is a complete thought and it can stand alone. So, we are going to join a subordinate clause or a dependent clause using a subordinating conjunction to this and form a complex sentence. Read this. Julie brushed her teeth as soon as she woke up. So, we added as soon as she woke up to our main clause or the independent clause. So, as soon as she woke up is our subordinate clause. An easy way to remember the subordinate clause is that we always start it with a subordinating conjunction. So, as soon as is our subordinating conjunction. Now, if we only look at this subordinate clause, as soon as she woke up, does it have a meaning of its own? Can it stand alone? As soon as she woke up. No, it doesn't. That is why we call it a subordinate clause or a dependent clause. So, as you see, if and when only we join the subordinate clause to the main clause, it has a meaning. So why do we use subordinate clauses and why do we use subordinating conjunctions? As I mentioned earlier, the subordinate clause carries informative value to the main clause. It gives us more information about the main clause. The sentence or the main clause, Julie brushed her teeth, can be improved with the use of the subordinate clause. So make sure that you learn subordinate clauses, subordinating conjunctions, and make your writing interesting. Next, we have I saw a strange man in ragged clothes. Now again, this is our main clause. I saw a strange man in ragged clothes. If we only look at that, it has a complete meaning. Now we have added a subordinate clause or a dependent clause while waiting for the bus. Now this time, this is our subordinate clause. While waiting for the bus. And as I mentioned earlier, the easiest way to remember and locate the subordinate clause is that it always starts with a subordinating conjunction. So the subordinating conjunction this time is while. Now, this time also, let's see how the subordinate clause cannot stand alone. When we look at only the subordinate clause without the main clause, while waiting for the bus, it doesn't have a meaning of its own, which means that it cannot stand alone while waiting for the bus. So, when we combine and link our subordinate clause to the independent clause, it gives meaning to our subordinate clause. I saw a strange man in red clothes while waiting for the bus. Again, this subordinate clause carries informative value and carries more information to our main clause. It gives more details about the main clause. So what we learned here is that we used a subordinating conjunction to join a subordinate clause to the main clause. We used a subordinating conjunction to join the subordinate clause to the main clause. So, in our lesson today about subordinating conjunctions, we learned that we use a subordinating conjunction to join a dependent clause to an independent clause. There are two ways in which we can use subordinating conjunctions in sentences. So we have the first way where we write the independent clause or the main clause first, followed by the dependent clause. That is what we learned so far. Julie brushed her teeth as soon as she woke up. I saw a strange man in red clothes while waiting for the bus. The second method is something new that you will learn. In the second way of using subordinating conjunctions, we have to remember to add a comma, the comma rule. So, the second way of writing is that we begin our complex sentence in our dependent clause or the subordinate clause. So, the subordinate clause comes first, then we add a comma, followed by the independent clause or the main clause. Now, previously we wrote, Julie brushed her teeth as soon as she woke up. But look at this one here. We started with our dependent clause. As soon as she woke up, comma. Always remember to add a comma if you begin your complex sentence with the subordinate clause. Then, Julie brushed her teeth. As soon as she woke up, Julie brushed her teeth. Look at the second one. While waiting for the bus. So we're starting with our subordinate clause. While waiting for the bus, comma, I saw a strange man in red clothes. So always remember, if you begin your complex sentence using the subordinate clause or the dependent clause to add a comma before the main clause. Now you know two methods. There are different methods to make your writing interesting. We're learning the conjunctions, the different types of conjunctions, in order to incorporate them in our writing. So when you write your essays, when you write your fiction, non-fictional writing, make sure you introduce the subordinate clauses, your conjunctions to make your writing interesting. Now with the knowledge of the two different methods of writing using subordinating conjunction, so let's make a complex sentence using a subordinating conjunction. So we have, because he wouldn't pick up the trash. Now, what's that? Can you tell me if that is the main clause or the subordinate clause? Because he wouldn't pick up the trash. Think, is it a complete idea? Is it a complete thought? Or is it incomplete? Can it stand alone? Because he wouldn't pick up the trash. It cannot stand alone, so it's our dependent clause. Tom wasn't allowed to go out. Tom wasn't allowed to go out. Now that is a complete thought, so that is our main clause. Now we're going to combine these two clauses together. Tom wasn't allowed to go out because he wouldn't pick up the trash. Now, this time we started our sentence using the main clause. Tom wasn't allowed to go out. So, we do not have to add a comma. This is the first method of writing. Tom wasn't allowed to go out Because he wouldn't pick up the trash. Our second method, because he wouldn't pick up the trash, comma. This time we started our sentence using the dependent clause. Because is our subordinating conjunction, we started our sentence with a dependent clause. So we have to add a comma. Because he wouldn't pick up the trash, Tom wasn't allowed to go out. Now I hope you understand the two methods of writing sentences using a subordinating conjunction. In our first sentence, we have used subordinating conjunction because to join the main clause and the subordinate clause. So the main clause and the subordinate clause are joined together or linked by the subordinating conjunction. In our second sentence, we started our sentence with the subordinating conjunction, which makes this the dependent clause. Therefore, we add the comma. These are some examples of subordinating conjunctions. We have talked about why we use subordinating conjunctions, the purpose, and the method of using subordinating conjunction. To show cause and effect, here is the list of subordinating conjunctions that you can use. To show condition, to show comparison, to show time, we can use these conjunctions. You may pause the video to read all of them and try to remember as many as you can. These will improve your writing. Now is the time to join dependent clauses and independent clauses together using subordinating conjunctions. So we're going to fill in the gaps using the conjunctions, using the subordinating conjunctions given below. So let's find the most suitable and the most appropriate subordinating conjunction to fill in the gaps. I would rather go somewhere else, blank, I have already been there. Wherever, unless, because, after, provided that. I would rather go somewhere else, blank, I have already been there. I would rather go somewhere else because I have already been there. Number 2. Mr. Jones promised he would host a party, blank. It would not be at his residence. Mr. Jones promised that he would host a party, blank. It would not be at his residence. He promises to host a party, provided that it would not be at his residence. So this subordinating conjunction, provided that, is used to show a condition. So Mr. Jones will promise that he will have a party only if it would not be at his residence. So we use this conjunction to show condition. Number 3, blank, Tom goes, he leaves something behind. Blank, Tom goes, he leaves something behind. So this time we are starting with a subordinate clause. So our subordinating conjunction should fit in here. And look at the comma. So blank, Tom goes, he leaves something behind. Wherever Tom goes, he leaves something behind. Number 4. Blank, they left the town, they forgot all about us. Blank, they left the town, they forgot all about us. So, after they left town, they forgot all about us. We use this subordinating conjunction to show time. After they left the town, they forgot all about us. So we have our final one. Mary wouldn't begin lessons unless she had all the equipment. So just like this condition, unless shows a condition. She wouldn't start her lessons unless she had all the equipment. So Remember, we use subordinating conjunctions to join dependent clauses and independent clauses. Now is the time for you to do some exercises independently. Now you have learned about subordinating conjunctions and complex sentences. Now it's time for you to do some independent activity. So read these sentences, check for the errors, take your time, pause the video, and complete the activity. Once you have finished this, move on to our next activity. This exercise tests your knowledge on subordinating conjunctions. The words in the brackets are subordinating conjunctions, so fill up the gaps using the correct subordinating conjunction to link the dependent clause to the main clause. So good luck with that, and always remember, conjunctions are always used to link words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. We have learned about subordinating conjunctions today. So complete this activity, pause the video, go back to the video if you have forgotten about them already, revise, take your time, and complete this activity. Good luck!